In contemporary China, more and more parents are choosing to enroll their children in dance training, not only out of an appreciation for the arts, but also as a carefully considered step toward a better future. Behind this decision lies a complex blend of motivations: the pursuit of well-rounded development, the cultivation of artistic sensitivity, the reinforcement of cultural identity, and, perhaps most significantly, the strategic consideration of future academic advancement. As competition in the education system intensifies, dance has become more than a hobby. It is increasingly seen as an asset in a child's academic and personal growth. For many parents, dance is not merely a form of artistic expression, it is a viable pathway to educational opportunity. Within China's schooling and examination framework, students with artistic talent are often granted special advantages, from elementary school admissions to high school placements and even college entrance. Dance, as a discipline that requires both physical skill and emotional expression, offers children a chance to shine in areas beyond academics. Parents recognize that a child with a dance background, one who has passed official dance exams or excelled in competitions, may have a distinct edge in the highly competitive process of school selection. For families whose children may not be at the top of the class academically, developing a strong talent in dance becomes its second channel, a parallel route that could open doors otherwise closed. Yet every such opportunity comes at a cost. For the child, learning to dance means enduring a level of physical and mental rigor that goes far beyond what most of their peers experience. The process begins with the body: flexibility, strength, endurance. Stretching exercises are painful, especially in the beginning. Movements like splits, back bends, and high kicks must be practiced repeatedly, even when muscles are sore and joints are stiff. It is not uncommon to see young dancers with bruised knees, blistered toes, or tear-streaked cheeks. And still, they continue. A child might cry as their teacher presses their legs down into a split, but they wipe away the tears and try again. They might stumble through a routine a dozen times, but they never give up. Through this demanding routine, they develop not only physical capabilities but also perseverance and determination. The daily schedule of a young dancer is intense. Warm-ups, strength training, technique drills, and choreography practice occupy hours of their day. As performance season approaches or as examinations near, these hours multiply. Weekends and holidays are often sacrificed for extra rehearsals or specialized training sessions. For many children, dance is not simply an extracurricular activity, it becomes a second form of schooling, one that requires just as much discipline, time, and emotional investment as their academic education. Alongside the physical strain comes the mental burden. Children, especially those who did not choose dance on their own but were encouraged or even pushed into it by well-meaning parents, often face psychological challenges. They deal with pressure from teachers, the stress of public performances, the fear of not measuring up to their peers. Sometimes they isolate themselves in frustration, crying quietly after failing to master a difficult move. Before competitions or important evaluations, anxiety can keep them awake at night. These children must also learn to balance their schoolwork with their dance commitments, a juggling act that demands maturity and time management skills beyond their years. Despite these hardships, dance fosters a kind of growth that is both profound and lasting. Through constant repetition and refinement, children begin to experience the rewards of their efforts. They stand taller, move with greater confidence, and learn to communicate emotions through motion rather than words. On stage, they learn to confront fear, embrace self-expression, and feel the thrill of creative release. These qualities, grace, composure, and self-awareness, are not only beneficial in the world of performance but translate into lifelong strengths. Moreover, dance shapes a child's social and emotional intelligence. Teamwork is essential in group performances. Children learn to rely on and support each other, to synchronize movements, and to build mutual trust. They must learn to listen, adjust, and collaborate, all within the intense environment of performance preparation. These skills, so often overlooked in traditional education, are invaluable in modern society. A child who has danced for years is often more attuned to others, more resilient under pressure, and more adept at public presentation and communication. For many families, there is also a cultural dimension to this journey. In China, traditional dance forms such as classical Chinese dance, ethnic minority dances, and opera-based movement styles are deeply embedded in national heritage. Parents who choose these forms for their children do so with the hope of passing down cultural values and identity. Through learning these dances, children are exposed to the elegance of ancient poetry, the spirit of folk customs, and the narrative power of gesture and rhythm. In rehearsing dances like Spring River in the Flower Moonlight or the Beauty Walking, they come to appreciate not only the artistry but the history woven into each step. Cultural understanding is not taught through textbooks alone, it is felt through the body, remembered in movement, and performed from the heart. In addition to cultural and developmental factors, the commitment from parents themselves is often immense. Dance training is a significant financial investment. The costs of tuition, private lessons, costumes, travel, exam fees, and performance participation can quickly add up. Many parents sacrifice vacations, personal time, and even work opportunities to accompany their children to classes, competitions, or auditions. They spend hours watching from the side of the studio, adjusting their lives around rehearsal schedules, cheering in the audience, and offering comfort during moments of disappointment. And yet, they persevere, because they believe in the long-term value of what their children are learning, even if that value is not always immediately visible. There is no guarantee of future success. Not every child who trains in dance will become a professional dancer or pursue a career in the arts. Some will shift paths as they grow older, others may step away entirely. But most parents accept this possibility with calm resolve. What they truly want is not necessarily a stage or a spotlight for their child, but a foundation of discipline, self-confidence, and passion that will carry them through life's many stages.